things get out of control. And by the way, this is very important. We're talking about one of our other trends. We're talking about market meltdown.
Yeah.
The only thing that's keeping the markets up are interest rates. They go higher, market goes down. When all else fails, they take you to war. There was a thing called the Great Depression. Oh, what followed it? World War II. Oh, remember the dot-com bust? Oh, yeah, we forecasted in our October 1999 Trends Journal, said it would happen by the second quarter of 2000. Oh, you mean that the NASDAQ crashed just before 9/11? That we were going into a recession, the dot-com bust? But people forgot it after 9/11. When war begins, people forget about the economic calamity. It depends on the United States and NATO. Over and over again, Russia said they're not going to give up this territory. Again, this thing has been going on for some 300 years, a border dispute. They're taking down the statue of Catherine the Great. Oh, wasn't she great? In 1750? Oh, you mean, but she created Odessa? Oh, they hate her? This has been going on over and over and over. This is an issue between these two countries that they have to solve. This is not, again, I, Gerald Celente, am an American. A Napolitano, born in the Bronx, born to be free, and I believe in the founding fathers, like George Washington. No foreign entanglements, particularly in Europe, because this stuff has been going on for centuries. John Quincy Adams, America does not go abroad to fight the demons. Oh, no. I'm Bill Clinton, Georgie Bush, Barack Obama, and Biden. Can't fight my way out of a paper bag, never been in a battle, but we're going to go to war. What bunker? You think I'd want to live after a nuclear explosion? I mean, life would be hell. Here, this is from Business Insider. A nuclear attack would most likely target one of these 6 cities. All right? So they're saying it. They're saying it. They're putting it into people's mind. Will it happen? God, I hope not. But what I'm saying is the war is going to continue to escalate unless we talk about peace. And you were talking before about the mainstream media saying that, the Russians are losing the war. Oh, there's the same mainstream media that stole the Iraq war. Go to Fairness and Accuracy Reporting and see how many people they allowed on the mainstream media when the Iraq war was going on that said we shouldn't be in it and we should have peace. I think it was like 2%. So all they do, the New York Times, the paper of record, they're the ones that sold the lie that Saddam Hussein was getting these uranium tubes. There was obvious evidence that he was making nuclear weapons. So why would I listen to the prostitutes that put out this stuff? So again, do I want a nuclear? Do I believe it? I'm saying it could escalate into it. And you're talking about they're running ads on TV. Business Insider is writing articles on it. So that's what I'm saying. It depends on what they do with interest rates. And I don't believe a word that they say. And the reason I don't believe a word that Powell or Yellen yells out is by their deeds you shall know them. So let's go back to 2021 as inflation is skyrocketing and they come out with all the arrogance that, no, this isn't inflation. It's only temporary.
Right.
And as inflation keeps going and going, well, no, it's not temporary, but it's transitory. And not only in the United States, over there in the EU as well, with Lagarde saying this isn't real, it's going to go away. So what they've raised rates compared to inflation, and then when you look at John Williams' shadow stats, the inflation number is actually double this, not 7%, but more like 15%, because they take out things, the home prices, they went up 40% over 2 years. No, we're going to put them in there. No, we're going to make up a new thing. We put rentals in there and other things. Oh, and you're not eating steak anymore, so that didn't go up. You're eating chopped meat. So the numbers are rigged. So going back to what are they going to do? And you can't believe anything that they're saying, as I see it, because of the lies or ignorance that they've said before. Number 2, they're not blaming. They're coming out and saying that inflation is caused by the supply chain disruptions. And you know what else? Rising wages. So now what we're going to do is slow down the economy so wages go down. From Wall Street Journal, January 7th. Dow jumps 700 points on signs of moderating wage gains. Wasn't that nice? Quote, investors are celebrating the fact that the average hourly earnings number was less than expected, says Michael Arone, chief investment strategist of State Street Global Advisors. Quote, there was fear going in that wage inflation would remain hot. Oh, you mean the plantation workers of Slavelandia were going to make more money? No. That's not what's causing inflation, but they're happy that they're not making money. What caused the inflation was negative interest rates. The United States government dumping in over $6 trillion of fake money to artificially prop up the economy during the COVID war, bringing the interest rates down to nothing. So you had the housing boom and merger and acquisition activity in 2021 hit an all-time high. So going back to where it's going, it depends on what they do with interest rates. If they raise interest rates 50 basis points on February 1st, the markets are going to go down really big and hard. That's the way I forecast it. Long term, before the 2024 elections, they're going to lower interest rates. They do it all the time for the party in power. Again, we're forecasting a market meltdown if they continue to do what they're saying they're going to do.
Right.
We can't predict what they're going to do. For example, in 2012, I thought the markets were going to crash. They didn't teach me about zero interest rate policy and a thing called quantitative easing in Economics 101 or graduate school. They'll make up anything. So we don't know what they're going to make up. If they stay the course to what they're saying, then we see a market meltdown. But even overall, if they raise interest rates only 25 basis points, it's still going to have a lot of negative effect on the rest of the economy. The markets will do okay, but the rest of the economy won't. Again, you're looking at the headlines over how happy they are that the people are earning less wages. Oh, by the way, people forget this. Go back to 2018, December. There was no Santa Claus rally. The markets were really diving. Terrible December 2018. Donald Trump, on and on and on, outwardly kept pushing Powell to lower interest rates. What did Powell do in January? He announced that they were going to lower interest rates. They did. They artificially propped up the market. Oh, and then what happened in 2019? Forgot all about it. Oh, the thing called the repo markets, and the Federal Reserve dumped in $7 trillion from September 2019 to January 2020 to artificially prop them up again. The whole game is a rigged game. You know, Bitcoin's way down, but I mean, considering where it started from 11 years ago, you know, it's at 17,000 now. It's been stuck in that range. And gold to me is number one. Look, you just saw what happened in 2022 with the central banks gobbling this stuff up like crazy. They know what's going on. So again, you know, to me, gold is the number one safe haven asset. And again, if World War III continues to escalate, and then you're going to start seeing that we talked about, we didn't get to it yet, but the Middle East meltdown with the United States and Israel now putting more and more focus on bringing down Iran in any way that they can. You see oil prices starting to skyrocket again. You're going to see a meltdown. Look what's going on in Europe with the energy prices and how it's hurting the people.